Welcome to Across the Globe. Today we will learn about basic routing in Flask. Routing in Flask is the process of linking a URL to a particular view or function within a Flask application. By defining routes using the @app.route decorator, you establish a connection between specific URL patterns and the functions that are executed when those URLs are visited. For instance, a route like @.route/about can be used to handle requests for the /about page by calling a corresponding function. This establishment of routes ensures that when users navigate to certain URLs, the appropriate functionalities or responses are delivered by the Flask application. To create a route in Flask, you use the @app.route/path decorator followed by a function definition that corresponds to the specified path. For instance, Python @route/path, def function name, return response. In the provided example, a route for the root URL / is created and the function home is defined to handle requests to this route. When a user accesses the root URL, the function returns the message welcome to the home page. This is achieved by the following Flask code. Python from Flask, import Flask app equals Flask name, @app.route/, def home, return welcome to the home page, if core name equals core main, app.run. In this example, when the Flask application is run and a user navigates to the home page, the route @app.route/ matches the URL path and the home function is executed, returning the message welcome to the home page to the user's browser. Flask allows dynamic routes through the use of variable parts in the URL by variable name syntax within the route definition. These variable values can be retrieved within the associated view function by utilizing request.args.get. For instance, in a blog application, a dynamic route /post/post ID could retrieve the specific post's content based on the post ID supplied in the URL. By leveraging dynamic routes and accessing variable parts, Flask enables developers to build flexible web applications that cater to diverse user needs efficiently. Dynamic routes in Flask are created by defining route patterns with variable parts enclosed in angle brackets. When a request is made for that route, the variable part is extracted and passed as an argument to the corresponding view function. This allows for dynamic content generation based on user input. For instance, in Flask, a dynamic route can be defined like this: app.route/path/variable name, def function name variable name, return response. An example implementation of a dynamic route in Flask is as follows: @app.route/user username, def user profile username, return f profile page of username. In this example, when a user accesses /user John Doe, the John Doe part is extracted and passed as the username argument to the user profile function, which then generates a response based on the username provided. Flask allows for redirects through the redirect function, which navigates users to a different page. Error handling in Flask is facilitated by utilizing the error handler decorator to manage particular HTTP error codes. For instance, a scenario could involve redirecting a user from a login page to a dashboard upon successful authentication using redirect. In case of a 404 error occurring when a page is not found, the error handler decorator could handle this by displaying a custom error page. Through these functionalities, Flask maintains a streamlined and user-friendly web application experience. In web development using Flask, redirects are utilized to direct users to a different URL. This can be achieved using redirect function from Flask, like in this example. Python from Flask, import redirect @route/oldpath, def oldpath, return redirect/newpath. On the other hand, error handling is crucial to gracefully manage errors that may occur during application execution. For handling a 404 not found error in Flask, you can use the error handler decorator with the specified error code, as demonstrated below. Python from Flask, import render template @app.errorhandler404. Def page not found error, return render template 404.html 404. By implementing error handling in this manner, you can ensure a user-friendly experience even when unexpected errors arise during the operation of your Flask application. Think of a basic routing in Flask like a GPS system in a car guiding you to your destination. Just like how your GPS system has a series of predefined routes to different locations, Flask has predefined routes to different parts of your website. When you open your GPS app and input your destination, it determines the best route to take you there. Similarly, in Flask, based on the URL you provide, it determines which function to execute. The GPS system follows the route step by step, making sure you reach your destination efficiently. In Flask, the route specifies which function to call and what response to return. Just like how the GPS system can reroute you if you encounter traffic or road closures, Flask allows you to dynamically change the route based on certain conditions or user inputs. Hey, Code Conquerors, ready to level up? With TechLearn ATG, showcase your skills with official course certificates. Just visit our site and start. Need that extra boost? Get tailored learning, 24/7 support, and expert guidance. Coding smarter, growing faster, and making learning fun. Go to our website across the globe, www.atg.world. The code snippet above illustrates the concept of basic routing in Flask using a GPS analogy. Just like a GPS system helps you navigate to different destinations, Flask's routing system directs users to specific endpoints based on the URL they request. First, we create a Flask application and define routes using the app.route decorator. Each route corresponds to a unique destination, just like setting different locations in a GPS system. For example, the /about route leads to the About Flask GPS endpoint. When a user visits a URL, Flask matches the requested route to the defined routes and triggers the associated function. For instance, accessing the root route / will display Welcome to Flask GPS. Lastly, to start the Flask app and enable the routing system, we use app.run, analogous to initiating GPS navigation. Real-world applications of basic routing in Flask include creating different pages on a website, e.g., Home, About, Contact, and serving specific content based on user interactions. Just as a GPS guides you to your destination efficiently, Flask routing helps direct users to relevant parts of a web application. One industrial application that showcases the use of basic routing in Flask is in an e-commerce platform. For instance, different routes can be set up to handle various functionalities, such as displaying products, processing orders, managing user accounts, and handling payment transactions. Each route in Flask would correspond to a specific action or page within the e-commerce website, allowing for a seamless navigation experience for both customers and administrators. Another example is in a content management system, CMS, where basic routing in Flask can be utilized to create, edit, and delete different types of content such as articles, images, and videos. By defining routes for managing content, users can easily access the necessary functionality to update the website's information without needing to navigate through complex menus or interfaces. Through these examples, it is evident how basic routing in Flask can be effectively employed in real-world scenarios to structure and organize web applications for smoother user interaction and functionality. Across the globe, businesses and organizations leverage Flask's routing capabilities to create dynamic and accessible web experiences for their users. Keep learning, stay curious, and I'll catch you in the next video.